Hey everybody, it's Matt. I'm here at the Tupelo World of Customs and have the car set up. I actually thought it'd be fun to do kind of a quick how-to video and why video of how and why I set the car up the way I do, just in case anybody's interested in getting into showing their car at these shows and building a 20x20 display. I'll kind of talk about the materials that I used and kind of the reasons behind the madness. So just stand by and watch. Now, if you're not a car person, you're gonna be bored, so you won't watch the end of it, I promise. But if you are, maybe you'll find it interesting. Thanks. Well, it feels good to be here. This place is kind of empty right now. That's Harry Smith, the custom truck champion. This is a giant furniture warehouse, or not a warehouse, I guess I call it a showroom. I'll explain more about that later. All right, now we just gotta see if I remember how everything goes. Okay, we're making progress. Got all my parts and pieces laid out. Now we just have to read the instructions and figure out how to put it back together. It's been a few months. It appears everything traveled well. And Harry getting his truck set back up there. Andrew Ebekin, his truck's way back there. I guess he's not here right now. And the cool driftwood car that was at the Chicago Finals is hiding in here. Just so y'all can see what goes into making one of these happen. This car is gorgeous. Can't wait to show it to you. Okay, I'm kind of the last one here. Got it up in the air, got the front wheels in the air. I got to do the back here in just a minute. Getting there. Okay, now that the back wheels are up in the air, I wanted to explain something. One of the things that somebody taught me a long time ago to do is to clock the valve stems in the same position on all the wheels. So right now you'll see the valve stem is up there in that corner. And on this side, looking underneath it, you can see I lifted up from the differential. I have a hockey puck that I use that centers it on the drain plug of the differential. But you'll see this valve stem is pointed fairly close to where I want it to be. So I'm actually going to take the wheels off, and I also clean the tires before I set them down. So while it's up in the air, I'm going to take care of all that stuff, but to do that I actually have to put it in neutral. But that's why it's on those wheel stands, so they won't roll anywhere. Okay, so when it's in neutral, I can actually spin. That's not easy. Gotta grab it. Spin that down to where it's pointing straight down. And then if you go over to this side, because it's a positive traction rear end, it's actually gonna be up. So the only way to get that in the right position is to actually take the wheel off and take the lug nuts off and clock it in the right place. So I'm gonna do that next. Okay, so I got one on. Go ahead and snap them up. And my auto shop teacher, Mr. Gates, always taught me to do it in a star pattern. My dad too. There, so now you can see that's clocked down. And then when we go around, it should be in relatively the same position. Yep. So again, it's not something that you absolutely have to do, but when you're, trying to show the car as best as possible, it's good to just do the little details. And it's just something I thought I'd share. Hey, Hey, one more thing I thought I'd share real quick. When the car comes in and out of the trailer and on the arena floor, it gets really dusty. You can see the dust on the tread here. A lot of people want to use like Armor All or something that's super wet and shiny looking. I prefer to use something that's just kind of a light clean. It'll just leave the tires a little bit shiny, nothing crazy. And I use some stuff that Paul Luna with Limitless Custom Coatings mixes up for me. In fact, Paul, I'm gonna need you to hook me up with some horse detail supplies. But that's just something that I do, and when I'm all done, you'll see. Something else I've done is I've shaved off all of the lettering on this tire, on the inside and the outside. Also all of the little stubblies that come off. These are actually brand new tires that have really never even been on the street. But again, you want to have a really clean look. So if you look at my car, I actually have two different brand tires. Those are Nitto NT 101s, which is a street racing like car circle track type tire. And then these are Mickey Thompson drag radials. So in order for them to look like they're all the same tire, I actually wanted to sand down all the lettering. So it's just, again, another little detail that might help people. Okay, I got everything all cleaned up. I'm just about to put them back. I've had a lot of people ask me too how I made the display. These are actually just 2x12s that are screwed together. That's a 2x6, and it's wrapped, as you can tell, with the same upholstery as the car. And I have these on here to keep it from rolling forward or back when I lower it down, but I'm getting ready to set these. When you do this, you want to make sure that the front one is lined up with the back one, so that it looks straight and nice. Usually I'll get back here and just sort of kind of eyeball it, making sure they're straight. See how that one's straight with that one. And make sure I do the same with this one. So you can see how clean these tires are. Nothing crazy, you know, shiny or anything, just nice and clean. That's what the judges want to see, is nice and clean. They don't really care if it's wet and oily, so we'll go ahead and lower this down now. Carefully. All right, we're back down on the ground. You can see my hockey puck that I use. That's to keep, you don't want to put this rough jack onto the actual paint of the differential. So I found that works really well. This actually just goes up into the drain plug, and it basically gives me a safe platform to jack up the car with. All right, I think some of you have seen my show box that I had to custom make to fit all these pieces of my circus, the monkeys, the elephants, the clowns, and all their equipment, the trapeze artists. It all has to fit in here and into my trailer. So what I have is a cubby that's just made for the jack. It's heavy, so it goes on the bottom. Slides up in there. And then this comes apart. And two pieces. And I got a vacuum cleaner for the carpet, which we'll be using tomorrow. I just wanted to kind of show you that too, because that's also a helpful thing if you're trying to show you need a place to bring all your stuff. Okay, now we're up at the front of the car. Speaking of jacks and hockey pucks and all that, this is another trick I learned. I have a threaded hole up under the front cross member by the oil pan that I jack the front of the car up with. And this hockey puck just threads out. It's supposed to anyway. Come on, it's fighting me. There we go. And then I have a chrome bolt that goes in its place. So again, that way when you're jacking the car up, you're not going to scratch the paint in the frame. I just hand tighten it. There. So when you see this car with the mirrors tomorrow, you will know that that is where that hockey puck is. Another idea I learned from somebody. All right, now that the car's all the way up on its jack stands, or wheel stands, whatever you want to call them, now we got to put all these rails all the way around and connect it to power. You know, the car looks good when it's just naturally lit, but when you see the car under lights, it's going to really pull out some of the colors, especially in these wheels. You'll have some gold metal flake and stuff that doesn't really show up without it. That's the reason that we do the lights. I'm excited to show the bumper off front and rear tomorrow for Speed Sport Chrome. Anyway, as you can tell, it's kind of a mess for a minute, but we'll get get it put together. Okay, again, if you're not a car person, this is gonna be really boring, but when I first wanted to build this display, I really had a hard time figuring out what I was gonna do, but I wanted to share this because I have a friend named Dietz who just built a display for his 66 Mustang. These are rain gutters that I bought from Lowe's that I actually had wrapped with the same, again, same black upholstery that's on there and the same black upholstery that's on the car seats. Same with these, only these are 12-inch PVC pipe that we cut in my driveway. My friend Chad and I, with the pool scrubbers, we cut it with a chainsaw. And then those are just wood boxes. And they have, these are under the cabinet lights that you could buy at Lowe's again. They're halogen lights. And then this is just a regular TV you'd buy at Walmart. My upholstery shop at Joe with Advanced Auto Upholstery, he upholstered all this display. As you've seen, we win usually an outstanding display at every show we go to. But it was built with pretty much simple materials. And I have the cords they're just electrical taped in there. And I also have numbers on these. What I have is, if you walk around the display, I have numbers written on the carpet. This is kind of hard to read, but that's number 7. Anyway, you go around the carpet, that's how I know where they all go. Look at this. These are the organizers of the show. They got this big, beautiful pizza. What's the name of the place?
Fox's Pizza.
Fox's Pizza, local establishment, I guess. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Feeding frenzy.
Yep. Thank you. I'm just about finished now. I got the power run from the wall. That'll be covered with black tape. So it's just duct tape right now. But it comes up and you have a pigtail. So the light has a plug, and then each rail has another plug that gets you to the next one. So basically what you do is you get this on the one side. Sorry, making you sick. And then you got the next rail that goes here, and these just actually sit on top like that. They all lock together. That's how those all work, just in case that helps anybody build their display. All right, the display is all set up. I'm going to show you what the car looks like without lights. And then I'll show you what it looks like with. And again, that's all materials from home. All right, now you can see what the car looks like with the lights turned on. Now, I don't have the mirrors set up, they'll do that tomorrow. But what you'll notice is, see how clear the reflection is in the paint with the lights. That kind of helps show the clarity and quality of the paint job. Also, the chrome is gonna really sparkle better with the lights. In here, you never know what the lighting's gonna be in these places. This is adequate lighting, but it's not amazing lighting, so that really helps to have these lights. And then also, this light actually points straight down instead of on the car, and when the mirrors are there, it's gonna really light up the undercarriage a lot better. So anyway, I just thought that'd be a good before and after. And I'm ready to wrap it up for the night. Tomorrow I'll spend all day cleaning the car and detailing it and getting it ready for the show. All right, as you can tell, we're all tucked in and ready to leave for the night. I wanted to just also do one thing about car covers. When you're at a show or when you're transporting the car, it's definitely highly recommended to do a car cover. This is a fleece one that's kind of made out of spandex too. It's got a fleece on the underside. I got this on Amazon for probably 150 bucks, 200 bucks. This is actually, I think, for a 2010 Mustang, but it fits my car perfect, as you can tell. But what you do this for is to keep the dust off of it. Now, you can't do this when the judging is starting. They sometimes will come in after hours and judge, but you can definitely do it the night or two that you're getting the car set up before the show actually starts. So if I'm ever in question, I'll ask the judges when they plan on starting judging. But this is just something I thought I would show you as well. Y'all have a good night.